Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
As the storm clouds of life begin to fade away and we sit here looking at a brand new day, I want you to take just a minute to smile for yourself, and don't hide it or put it on a shelf, but rather wear it for the entire world to see that inside of you lies this immense beauty. The beautiful souls that you are inside, that's where the hopes of the future will reside. Within each and every single one of you is something beautiful. So here's what you do. You grab a cup of joe and you get ready to go, and you give the world a lovely show, and you show the world how your spirit can glow. And out of the ashes, like a phoenix, we rise and shed those tears and dry our eyes. Hand in hand, together we triumph. And because it's a horrible word, I'm going to end it here with a harumph. I lost it. I had it. I did. I had it. But once the thought is gone, it's gone. And I can't write it down, because when you write it down, it gives too much time. And it changes the rhyme, and the words are different. And they're not the same. So it comes out as, and it's never going to come out the same. So look, the gist is this. It is to let it go and come up with your own brand new flow. You put on your shoes one at a time, and every day you come up with a brand new rhyme. And when you see a sad face, just stop a minute and put sadness in its place. It could be something as simple as talking for a while, or it could be something as heavy as in their shoes, walking for a mile. But regardless of what you do it with good. That's those small things that'll improve your neighborhood. Okay, that one was better. I didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was going to come out different, but it kind of came out weak. But that's the idea. It's not the words themselves, it's the message. And inside each and every single one of you is this beautiful message just dying to get out. And I think one of the things that we have to do in order to let that message get out is just forget all the bullshit that we've been through in our lives. And that's a trick. It's hard. I don't know how to do it. And if anybody out there knows how to do it, let us know. We'll give you a medal for it. All I can think of is think of those bad times as lessons learned and improving yourself. And when I say bad times, sometimes they're not just bad times. Sometimes they're good times that just had a bad ending, and that's okay. It's just an ending with a new beginning. And sometimes those bad endings have new beginnings too. Sometimes they're different. Sometimes they begin the same. We don't know, but the gist of it is, if you try to do something good from your heart, that's where goodness begins to start. It spreads like a beautiful disease, and damn it, something about please, but I'm not on it today. I'm getting ready to go to my dad's. He's elderly, he needs help, so that's probably what's on my brain. Be good to each other and do something good. I've always said, when you walk out your door in the morning and you go left and you go right, that decision to go left or go right changes the entire course of your life. Well, how much more of your life is going to change if you see something that can be changed, that you have the ability to change for good, that you have the ability to do something for someone else and show that person that love that you have, not just for them, but for the world and for yourself. And all of you are beautiful people inside. I don't give a rat's ass if anybody has ever told you that, or anybody has told you anything different. You point them out to me, and I will tell them to their face that they are wrong. That there is something beautiful in every single person out there. Nobody out there is ugly, not one of you. And anybody that tells you that you are, They're lying to you. They're trying to make themselves feel better. Maybe they're jealous of you. Maybe you have a talent that they want so desperately and they don't know how to express it, and so they cut you down. But regardless of what their motives are, you are worth it. You are beautiful inside, and you are worth it. You are worth having somebody show you an act of kindness and forgiveness and empathy, just as much as everybody else out there is worth the same. And if we start to treat people with that attitude that perhaps they're worthy, they are not trash, they are not invisible, they do exist, they have hopes, they have dreams, they have fears, just like you. When I was on the streets and I was spanging is spare changing. I never asked for much. 10 cents. Could you spare 10 cents? Could you spare 10 cents? Could I spare 10 cents? Yeah, I could spare 10 cents. And I would be out there all day and I couldn't tell you how many times I felt invisible. I didn't exist. I was lower than the low. I was not a human being. I was a piece of trash blowing down the street that for some reason made sounds that mimicked human noise. So I know how it feels. I've been there. I've been the invisible one. And it's okay to have family and friends. It's a beautiful thing. Don't ever neglect that. I haven't had family and friends, and I have been isolated. And when I say isolated, I don't mean about that in your room with a closed door where you can go see who you want when you want, but you just want to isolate yourself, or you feel like you are isolated. No, I was isolated. No human contact at all for a very long extended period of time. And it gives you enough time to appreciate that human interactions. Don't ever for a second take that for granted. But feel the joy that you get from your fellow human being in any way, shape, or form, and forgive each other for crying out loud. These hatreds that spawn back generations and generations from one religion to another religion, from one person to another person based upon their sexual preference, their color of skin, their nationality, their religion is bullshit. It doesn't matter. We are here together and we're in this together. Yeah, they say you die alone, but when you think about it, we really die together. Everybody's got somebody that cares about them, and when they die, a little piece of that someone dies too. It's kind of a beautiful bond and a connection. It really is. And when you find that connection, it's a beautiful thing. And remember how it feels. It might not be there forever. Cherish it. Love it. Hold it against your heart and feel it. See it. Recognize it. And repeat it. Repeat it to your fellow man. And have the gumption and the knowledge and the beauty to realize that when someone says their fellow man, they mean human beings. This thing we've got going on here where people are so nitpicky, you can't call them mankind. It's just get past that hatred inside you and see the beauty of the message. It's not in the words, it's in the message. And you can send that message, you beautiful people, you gorgeous, beautiful people with kind, lovely souls. You can spread that message without even saying a word. Just by listening, just by understanding. So be good to each other. I love you, my world. In my world, I'm here. And my world, just have no fear. No matter what transpires through this crazy life, and no matter how much crazy strife, We're all in this hand in hand, and together we'll sift through this quicksand. I love you guys. You're beautiful, and I will see you on the next one.